Hello again. In my first episode of these Signs and Wonders series, I was especially talking about signs. So I thought perhaps in the second one, I should just have something general to say about wonders. What is a wonder? A wonder is something that makes your jaw drop. You're, what? And of course, there are natural wonders in the world, and there are human made wonders in the world. And there are also people in the world who are wonderful, people whose achievements are jaw-dropping. And so among our wonders, I think we should include some of all of those. Well, what about natural wonders? Perhaps this waterfall, the Niagara Falls image that opens this video, is a stunning example of something absolutely breathtaking. I've never been there, and yet even if I just watch a movie of it or I read the reports of it from people who've been there, my heart is stunned. I think, what is this beautiful, beautiful place that we live on? And so my sense of wonder and my sense of beauty and my imagination are all fired by this amazing waterfall. And that can happen with other things as well, like trees, very, very large trees that have been growing for 1,000 years. And also more intricate, tiny, tiny things can take your breath away with their beauty, like an acorn or something really small like that. So there are natural wonders all around us. We don't have to go to Niagara Falls. We can take wonder in the tiniest, tiniest little thing. My granddaughter, who's only 2, is really taken by little bugs of various kinds. She really wants to look at them closely. And her parents bought her a special little box which has got like binoculars on it so she can put a little bug in there and look at it. So we can take a sense of wonder and awe in this creation that we live in. And then we can also turn to the amazing achievements of humanity over various different centuries and generations and thousands of years, some of which may still be hidden from us. There are many people who feel that some ancient civilizations may be under the ocean that we can't at present see, or maybe under the ice, and when the ice melts because of climate change, we may get to see more human creations that we so far don't know about, or we might suspect about, but we actually haven't got the evidence yet. So the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 wonders of the ancient world, of course, included the Great Pyramids, and they are still a wonder for people to visit. And the wonder of those is to do not just with the size of them, but with the complexity and the accuracy of the construction and how that could possibly have been done just by humans. And some people think there was some kind of additional help from elsewhere, perhaps extraterrestrials. Or is it the case that the human mind is incredibly capable, and that sometimes in the information to create something amazing, something wonderful, actually comes from a level of consciousness, and it doesn't have to be an alien consciousness, but it comes from consciousness itself, and it comes up through the human being and allows us to create what we need to create. And hopefully those things are wonderful. And I say I hopefully because, of course, if we take those inspirations to an extreme, we may create things which are not good for us. They may be wonderful, but they may not actually be helpful to us. I'm talking about, obviously, advances in technology and science that can kind of backfire on us if we're not careful. Particularly, I'm thinking of, splitting the atom and so forth. And many years ago, of course, Mary Shelley wrote her famous book, Frankenstein, which is almost a prophetic book about what happens when human beings start playing God and they suffer from something called hubris. The Greeks called that hubris, to be so conceited that you are quite sure that you know what you're doing. And certainly Oppenheimer, who's called the father of the atomic bomb, afterwards he felt that he had done something which was very destructive, and he worked hard to try to bring about a consensus of the way those weapons should be developed. And because he worked like that, he fell out of favour. That's another story. So the wonders are around us all the time, and we only have to look for them to be awestruck. The human wonders are being created all the time, and technology is developing at a very rapid speed. And we are surrounding ourselves with conveniences and wonderful things that are jaw-dropping in their complexity and making our lives more efficient, at least in this part of the world. And so we look at those wonders, natural wonders, human-made wonders, and then we come to the people. Now, the people are interesting because some of the ancient stories that I picked up during my research, especially when I was researching about angels, some of the ancient stories describe human beings having experiences that nowadays would be dismissed by modern psychiatrists or medical people as some kind of aberration, some kind of illness. And yet those stories seem to tell us something about what human beings might be capable of. So in my Signs and Wonders series, I shall be including a few special people from ancient times, but perhaps from more recent times as well, because there are people in this very modern day and age who have experiences that cannot be explained by the scientific paradigm. So there you go. That's all I've got for you today, but I shall be back very shortly with a sign or a wonder or some of each. Goodbye for now.